Hello, my fellow YouTubers. This is Roy back again. So I'm working on this Mama Bear wheel. And if you look into Newton's laws, he's got three majors. Three. And one is about elliptical. And I'm putting 8 magnets on this little wheel, and I got 3 on one end and just 2 on the other, so I'm working my way through. And I thought it was a good time to talk about Newton's theory. I want you to leave your comments. So if this video goes out to a guy called Milo. Milo, if you're listening, this video, I had left a comment when I seen your newest video, and I told you I'd think about it. What Milo has going is he is focusing on an array of a wheel with an array of magnets around the wheel, such as, okay, and they're all spaced evenly around. Then he's got a gap, and if he completes the gap, he cannot get the precession that he gets when he just gives it a little push. It'll work its way around to the gap, and then it'll stop. If he went and filled the void according to what he says, that it would stop. And I want to help him through his. I'd like to help him through his study. So here, I figure I'd post this video. So here you go. Elliptical, meaning there's a unequal balance, and to me it seems like when I've seen his video, the unbalanced circle, and the reason why the magnets would perpetuate the wheel magnets, he focuses about his array, and he talks about the wheel, like Ed talks about magnetic strength, not that important. He obviously changed out bigger ones, smaller ones, and on the wheel, but he figured out that if you could work on the array that is in front of that, we'll call that the driver. Well, here's the first part 1 of a couple episode of videos I'll do based on electromagnetism, and let's just watch this teeter. I like that pendulum effect. And what you see here is the three magnets that are spaced evenly apart. Have a different balance to the wheel. And with the wheel, remember, in gyroscopic precession, you're dealing with a axial, a reference point from the axial to the outer part of the rim, and you're also dealing with a force when I turn that. So that force is creating torque. That torque is chasing chasing that angular momentum. And just like a dog chasing its tail, that angular momentum will get greater according to speed. So force increased will increase torque, which torque will therefore chase angular momentum, and that angular momentum will increase. So angular momentum with this frame here kind of is a shunt. And Milo, you got to look at what on your wheel is shunting. This is creating a unbalanced circle. But you see what's going on here is the induction between the magnet and this right here where my finger is. There's nothing there, it's just the fact that it's iron. It's what we're dealing with. The induction of that magnet to that iron. So, if you look at satellites, they're not round. They're definitely got something hanging off of it. So what if we were just to take a weight and put a weight on this outer one there? Okay? What if we were to start talking about some kind of balancing act here? And Milo, I think that's how you're going to come over that curve. You're going to have to figure out your balancing act. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to change the balance a little bit. Go ahead and add the balance to the middle prong end. And this time, see, it's going to be a linear, right? It's a linear thing. How far out? Like satellites. You got to make them elliptical. Now this induction is being challenged by the leverage that's sticking out there on that magnet there. And you can see it's not doing too well. What if I was to take it and not come out as far and just come in a little bit? So we decrease the angular momentum. The angular sort of creates a yin and yang. You have counterbalance weight, and then you have a attraction between the magnet and the iron. Let's go ahead and pull that weight off, and let's get a little bit longer. So what if we were to attach that long like paddle? Let me get this thing in the right position. What if we were to attach that long paddle? That's a big piece of iron. And if we were to give it a little teeter there. So you see here that we have a lower magnet that wants to be pulled over, and an upper magnet wants to be pulled down. So now we have something to oscillate. And what we're oscillating is that weight right there. So that weight right there now is in a critical point to where it's making a action happen based upon its arrival. And not only is it a weight, because it's not just a weight, the fact that it projects outwardly from we're extending the axial core to the outermost part rim now. So now we just changed some of the dynamics on the gyroscopic precession we were talking about earlier, how that works. Guys, leave your comments. Hopefully you had a wonderful day. It's good to be alive. Leave your comments. Vinny's on the hunt.